everyone, my name is Tanya from Nana's Crafty Home. Today's tutorial is going to show you how to crochet the large shell stitch. This stitch is part of my Spring Rhapsody Blanket Crochet Along stitch tutorial series. If you'd like more details about this crochet along, you can find the link below in the description, and you can head on over to my blog at nanascraftyhome.com to get more details about that. This is a intermediate level stitch pattern, I would say. We're using back post and front post double crochet to create this really interesting texture over a shell shape, and we're also working some long double crochets into a previous row to give it this interesting look. For today's tutorial, I am using a couple of different colors of I Love This Cotton, as well as a size H or a 5.0 millimeter crochet hook. Let's go ahead and get started. This stitch is worked in multiples of 12 plus 2 for your foundation chain, and for my sample I'm going to be chaining 38. 1, 2, 3. For row 1 I'm going to skip that first chain and I'm going to work a single crochet in the next 4 chains. Going to skip the next 2 chains and I'm going to work 5 double crochets in the next. So skipping over those 2 chains, working 5 double crochets in the next chain. Once you've completed those 5 double crochets, you're going to skip 2 chains and work a single crochet in the next 7 chains. Skip 2 chains, 5 double crochets in the next, and that is your repeat. Once you've completed that last group of 5 double crochets, you're going to skip the next 2 and we're going to work a single crochet in the last 4 chains. For row 2, I'm going to chain 1, single crochet in that same stitch at the base of that chain 1, and single crochet in the next 2 stitches. I'm going to skip the next stitch. Now I'm to those 5 double crochets, and I'm going to start working that textured back and front post stitches. So this row will be my back post double crochet, and after I skip that next stitch, I'm going to work a back post double crochet over the first double crochet of that group. So I'm going to yarn over and come from behind that post and insert my hook from behind and then around. So I'm going to insert my hook again on the other side of that post, yarn over and pull up a loop, and then finish my double crochet by yarning over, pulling through 2, yarning over, pulling through 2. So I've worked a back post double crochet. I'm going to work a double crochet in between that post and the next double crochet post. So in between those 2 stitches, not in the top part, in between. And then I'm going to work a back post double crochet around that next double crochet post. Double crochet in between that post I just worked around and the next double crochet. Work a back post double crochet around that next post. Double crochet in between back post double crochet around that next post, double crochet between the posts, and double crochet, back post double crochet around that last post. Once I've completed that last back post double crochet, I'm going to skip the next stitch here, and I'm going to work a single crochet in the next 5 stitches. Skip the next stitch, work a back post double crochet around that first post, and I'm going to repeat the same steps that I did for those 5 double crochets that I worked previously. So all the same steps. Back post double crochet around each of the posts, and then a double crochet between each of the posts. And then you're going to skip the next stitch, single crochet in the next 5. So we're going to repeat those steps to the end. I've worked over that last group of 5 double crochets. I'm going to skip the next stitch and single crochet in the last 3 stitches. Turn for row 3, chain 1. Single crochet in the same stitch, 1 single crochet in the next, and skip the next stitch. Now I'm to my shell, and you can see these, what were back post double crochets, worked around these posts from that first row, and how it's pulling those posts forward. So when you're looking at your shell, now you're going to be working front post double crochets around every post that you worked a back post double crochet around in the previous row. So this next post, you can see I worked a back post double crochet. I'm going to be working a front post double crochet. So now I'm going to be inserting my hook from the front and going around the back of that post, yarning over and pulling up a loop, yarning over, pulling through 2, and yarning over and pulling through 2. Now I'm going to work a double crochet between that post and the next post in between the 2 stitches, and I'm going to work a double crochet in between that post and the next post as well. Then I'm going to work a front post double crochet around that next post, double crochet between the posts, double crochet between the posts, front post double crochet around the next, double crochet between, double crochet between, front post around the next, double crochet between, double crochet between, and front post around the next. And I've worked through all of that shell, and you can see what a texture that gives because it's pulling that post in the same direction on the same side of your work. So it's really highlighting that post coming up. So after you have finished that last front post double crochet, you're going to skip the next stitch and single crochet in the next 3. And then you're going to repeat the steps, skipping the next stitch, front post double crochet around each of those back post double crochets from the previous row, working a double crochet between the posts, in each of these back post double crochets, you're going to be working a front post double crochet. So continue those steps on down this row. After you've worked through your shell, you're going to skip the next stitch and single crochet in the last 2 stitches. And now we're ready to move on to our second color. So changing to color B for row 4, turn and chain 3, double crochet in the next stitch, and I'm going to skip the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, and 3, and I'm going to single crochet in the next 7 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'm going to skip 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then I'm going to come down to row 1. So row 1 would be down here, and I'm going to be working in between the middle single crochet from that row, and I'm going to be working 5 long double crochets in that space. So coming down here, pulling up a taller loop so it doesn't squish my work, and finish that double crochet, and I'm going to repeat 4 more double crochets in that same space. So a total of 5 double crochets in that same space from row 1. Skip the next 4, so 1, 2, 3, and 4, and single crochet in the next 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Skip the next 4 and come down to our bottom row 1 and work 5 double crochets in between those 2 single crochet stitches. And this is the back side, this is the front side, and see, it really pops those shells out, really gives a lot of definition to those front and back post double crochets. Beautiful stitch. So just continue on down your row. When you get to the end of your row, you're going to skip 3 stitches and work a double crochet in the last 2. And turn for row 5. Chain 2. You're going to half double crochet in that same stitch. Count as your first stitch. And then half double crochet in the next. And then single crochet in the next 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Half double crochet in the next 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Single crochet in the next 6 and just repeat that on down. When you get to the end of your row, you're going to half double crochet in the last 3 stitches. And it's as simple as that. Very beautifully textured, fun stitch to work. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial today. Thanks so much for being with me. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you never miss a new video. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Thanks so much for being with me, everyone. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.